Evaluation of Chris Pritchard's Value for Value speech. Good job, Christopher. I thoroughly enjoyed your speech and your idea of getting value for value in Toastmasters, and you challenged us to think out of the box when it comes to a Toastmaster meeting. I especially like your use of the background. That was a beautiful picture that came out at the beach. I really like that. Although you did have a hat and sunglasses on, which meant I couldn't get good eye contact with you. But I do understand the sun was in your eyes when you were filming. So that was a beautiful background and a way to change a point of view. Give us something different to look at, unlike my cluttered background I'm using in the office for my evaluation. I did notice that the wind at the beach sometimes interfere with the microphone, and you're going to have to find a way to get some kind of shield to block the wind from the microphone if you're going to continue to do that. That is one of the problems when making videos. We make a video and then we have to find the problems and a way to solve it. So that's one thing you might want to work at. Also, you didn't edit the beginning and the end of the video. And I thought you could have done that too. The beginning where you reach out and touch the button, and the end where you reach out and touch the button to turn it off. It's very easy to get some editing software and just edit that fraction of a second in the beginning and ending. And it makes a much more professional look to the video. I also noticed that you touched your face because you had an itch, and then later you made light of it by touching it again. And once again, that first itch, if it didn't affect the content of the speech, could be edited out easy enough with editing software. Let's talk to the content and the delivery. I thought it was a good delivery, except you rushed a few words and they ran together. I felt like you need to work on your pronunciation. Sometimes you get so excited that I notice you speed up and the pronunciation is not as good as it could be. So work on your pronunciation and your speed, your pace. As far as the idea you gave, it was very good, very well. I believe the audience would receive it very well. You kept speaking of the point of value for value, and you had a timeline there. It could have been a little more clear to go from beginning to end. You talked about how your club meets. You talked about Toastmasters in the 21st century. And you talked about how our club can meet. I think you could have expanded that a little longer. You had plenty of time. And I believe you could do this speech even longer or do a second part to really explain to people how this new idea of yours is going to work. But I thought it was a good speech overall, and I really did enjoy the view at the beach. So I hope I hear more from you. And if you would like some more comments from me, just give me a call. Mr. Toastmaster.